much love and honesty, y'all. I'm Rahzier. This is the path of the wise one. We at Santa Rosa Valley Trail again. So yeah, we at the trail again. It's a pretty warm day. It's about 91, 92 degrees outside right now, but it feels great in the shade. But came here because the power is out of my house. So I spent about like 30 minutes in my car charging up my phone so that I can even record this vlog today. But yeah, we're gonna get on with it. So we got a little light hike, just a little nature walk really. Just going down to a spot by the river because today I really feel the need to gain a lot more clarity with the next steps I'm gonna be taking in my life. So that's the focus for today. On the way there, we got these beautiful views. Sun is shining, partly cloudy, maybe some chemtrails up there, I'm pretty sure, but still gonna make the best out of today. Like I said, no power at my house, so since we have a induction stove, I wasn't even able to cook any lunch or anything. So I have some sunflower seeds and just the makeshift trail mix that I have in my bag, but that's all I've had to eat today. So got some trail mix, got some water. I'm about to go just chill by the river for, I don't know, the next few hours until the power is back on at home. So let's get going there. Let's get going. So many little chipmunks and squirrels and stuff running around. Because I don't think there's really anybody out on the trail today. So they're out and about doing their own thing, unbothered by nobody being out here. But as soon as they hear some footsteps, they go darting and running around. But they're safe with me. They're safe with me. I'm not here to harm nobody. I'm just here to observe beautiful nature and immerse myself in it. We have, I think this might be sage right here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is sage. I picked some here before. And I've said this before, but man, whatever this stuff is right here, this smells so incredibly good. Even though it's not much life left in that bush, it still smells incredibly well. But just making our way down to the river right now. As you can see, the river is down just over there where all the greenery is. All the green growing around the river. I wonder what these are. Very interesting looking. I feel the temperature drop already just being by the water. Dang. This feels so good being over here. We're gonna go down a little bit further down the trail, and then actually get in the water a little bit later. Okay, I guess we got some yellow jacket nest along the fencing. So I guess walk on the right side then. And this is my spot down here too. That's one of my favorite spots to come to. I haven't been coming here recently though. Oh, there's a yellow jacket right there. I've been coming here recently because of all this growth right here. So much growth that's preventing me from it. I mean, unless I want to barricade, barge through the forest right here, get to the water. All this growth. It's only been here, at least to my knowledge, for this year. Before that, I was able to just walk in straight through here, right into the water. And I love coming to the spot, just chill, meditate, get my feet on the water a little bit. But yeah, right now, I don't know when that might go away, but hey, it might be here to stay. So we'll see. That's just Mother Nature for you. Now, one thing that'd be really cool, there's a lot of bikers, like mountain bikers that ride this trail. If I got my bike fixed, I'd love to come out here with it and ride this trail, see how far I can go, see where every trail leads. Because like I said, this trail is going all the way up those cliffs right here. See on this trail right here, and then there's another trail that goes up behind this mountain right here. So I've seen mountain bikers pretty much on every trail, and I'd love to do it for myself. So let me know if that's something that y'all would like to see. I'll see how I could make that possible, but that'd be really fun. That'd be really fun. So let me know if y'all want to see that. Whew. So I'm gonna just chill here on this bench for a little bit, because it is hot in the sun. Man, it is hot in the sun. I don't know how hot it is exactly right now, but it feels like it's at least 88, 90, something like that. So I'm just gonna chill here for a little bit and then keep on going, because probably got about somewhere between 5 and 10 more minutes of walking down that way. So chill, rest a little bit, cool down a little bit, and then get to the water after this. And in the meantime, while I'm resting, just listen to how quiet everything is here compared to the city and everything, compared to even just, my own suburban neighborhood. Just listen to how quiet it is here. So let's keep it going with the walk. Something that I find really funny, as I just opened up my phone right now, popped up with a warning, extreme heat warning. And I'm like, yeah, I'm out here. It's kind of hot. It's a little bit hot, but it's not like Vegas or Arizona or nothing where it's like 110. But my point is, it gave an extreme heat warning, and yet the city that I live in decided to turn the power off. And I don't know if it's all the city's homes or at least a large portion of the city's homes, but mine and my friends' power is off. We live like 6 to 8 minutes away from each other, so definitely not in the same neighborhood, but the power is off for both of our places. And I noticed that driving here, a lot of the street lights were turned off, and I'm just wondering, like, what kind of sense does it make to put out an extreme heat warning when it's 90 plus, and now that the power is out in people's homes, the AC is not working or anything. So you're telling us it's a heat warning, yet the tools that we have to cool us off, the AC in our homes, aren't working because the power is off. So it's like, I guess they're trying to balance between trying to prevent another wildfire from happening, but also they're putting people's lives at risk, because there's always gonna be people at homes, especially if the power is out. And let's say it's like a mother and their newborn child. Like, what are they gonna do? Just sit in the car with the AC on there? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. To me, it says that they need to fix the power grid, not overload it so much, not put so much strain on it. But also, maybe find different sources of power. And I don't know, maybe a wild idea, like maybe stop, offering people who have solutions to free energy. I don't know, it's a wild idea, I know, but maybe those people who have, the inventions of free energy devices, maybe if they didn't turn up missing and didn't go, didn't get turned off, maybe this world would be a better place. Maybe we wouldn't even have this issue anymore. But hey, what do I know? Look at all those birds in the sky, the plane flying by. want to share a little secret of mine with you guys while I'm walking, because I have very good endurance when it comes to, doing things that are very strenuous, may take a long time, whatever the case may be. I have pretty good endurance when it comes to that type of stuff. Like, for example, what I'm doing right now, walking under this baking sun. I don't know how hot it is. I just know when I left the car, it said 91. So I don't know if it's gotten hotter, a little bit cooler. But I haven't even drinking a sip of water as I'm walking right now for the past 20-ish minutes. And that little rest break was enough to keep me going for the rest of this little nature walk. And part of it is mindset. Another part of it is just, physical endurance, physical strength. As in, I don't give in to things that are difficult very easily, because I'm very in control of my life. I control how I think, I control my thoughts, and I don't give in to the temptation of giving in. So what I keep telling myself, when it gets a little bit hot out here, I'm walking outside, no shade or nothing around me. So I'm walking down the trail, no shade or anything, and yeah, I feel the heat. I feel a little bit of fatigue coming on, but at the same time, those thoughts come into my mind of, man, I just want to get there. But I recognize that like giving into those thoughts isn't going to do anything good for me. Like, I can run there, but that's going to make me even more tired. So the only thing I can do is continue walking, continue breathing through it, because with every breath that I take, calm, smooth, my mind and my body react in the same way. They become calm and smooth. And now I hear the water down there getting closer, and I can only imagine if I ran, yeah, I might be there already, but who knows what might have happened along the way. Of course, for sure, I would have been a lot more tired, out of breath, would have felt way more thirsty, way more fatigued, but I'm getting there one step at a time, controlling my thoughts, controlling my emotions, controlling how I breathe, and it's helping me to sustain a level of energy that's just carrying me there. So that's a little tip, a little secret for life. Whenever you're faced with something difficult and challenging, like whatever fly was just bothering me right now. Whenever you're faced with something difficult and challenging, you don't have to be, super positive and everything and upbeat the whole time. Like, for me, I'm just calm, cool, collected. Something I learned from my dad growing up. Cooler heads always prevail. So if you stay calm under pressure, that doesn't mean be lazy or lackadaisical or nothing like that. That just means you're mentally calm, you're physically calm, but you're also ready to strike at any time. You're ready to take any action that's necessary at any time, because you can perceive it, you can see it as it's happening. Whether if I was, breathing fast, I'd be focused on just how tired I am, and I'd miss so many things going on around me. But since I'm calm, I'm collected, I notice that there's a bee over there, bee flying. I notice everything that's around me. There's a bird flying up there. I'm also aware of myself, my own breathing, so that I can manage myself well in the moment, so I can respond or react to whatever's happening, and also stay cool, calm, and collected at the same time. So it all goes hand in hand. And we're just about to get to the water in a little bit. We got a little bit further down this trail. Just turned off the main trail. And then I always love this tree right here. Like, dig this. I love when trees are like this, and also pretty sure this is an oak tree, but man, they provide so much shade. They make everything, oh, my finger on the camera. They make everything feel so much cooler. Just like how I'm talking about being cool, calm, and collect. That's this tree right here. It's here providing the shade, doing its job, doing its thing. No complaints. Just pulling through. So, about to be by the water. And yeah, that's my little secret for y'all. That's my little tip for getting through tough things, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Stay calm. Stay calm. Cooler heads always prevail. you'll see your way forward as long as you stay calm enough to be able to witness what is happening in front of you. Because the answers always come to those who are the most still. When you're still, when you're sitting in stillness, you're calm within yourself, you're able to see and receive the information that's necessary to move forward. But if you're frantic and pacing and everything and going all wild, that's when you miss a lot of things. That's when you make mistakes. Like, you ever notice you make mistakes when you're rushing versus when you're just calm, collect, thinking everything through, just being present in the moment. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. As you can see and tell, the water is right down there. It's my nice little spot right here. Love coming to this area. So I'm gonna set you guys down while I set up my little area. I don't even know where I can set you down at. All right, that might be cool. A little bag of sunflower seeds, and my water. Got a blanket to sit on. So we got it all set up. Sitting right by the water. Feels so much cooler right here, man. So much cooler. So that spot right there, that's where me and my friend Nikita were doing our ceremony, a burning ceremony, a releasing ceremony. So I love this spot. It's one of my favorite spots to come to on this trail. I always come back here. And I wish I would remember to bring my tripod. I mean my gimbal with the tripod. That's the only thing I forgot today. Because I didn't actually plan on vlogging. I just wanted to come here just to clear my mind, escape the heat. But when I got here, started to clear my mind more, and then I decided, you know what, it actually does feel right for me to vlog right now. So turned the camera on and started vlogging. So wish I would have brought it. It just lets me know, reminds me I gotta keep it in my car, keep that thing on me. But hey, another day, another lesson. We got some people crossing the river. Man, they're really in there trying to catch fish or something. All right, so let's get on in. It's really rocky right here. You can see. You gotta really watch your step. Be careful. Then over there, it gets way more smooth. So that's where we're going. Oh man. As you see, it's my calf. It's not too deep. Ooh, man. Just gotta walk slow. Now it's almost right up to my knee. Just below it. So, still here by the waterfall a little bit. So, making our way over there. Making our way over there. You can see the view opens up a lot more over here. Got all this beautiful greenery in the middle. The wide angle again. Beautiful greenery in the middle. River flowing on both sides and through it. You got all the way down there. Haven't been down all the way there. We always stay mainly in this area. But all the way down there, it looks beautiful too. And yeah, got the sun shining on us now. So we're making our way. Doesn't feel as rocky as last time, but definitely still gotta watch my step. Yeah, I think this is all that cloudy stuff looks like mud. That's all I think. I'm pretty sure it's like, I almost said sea moss. It's not sea moss, but I think it's just moss that's been growing, and you know, being hot, as hot as it is now, it browned, it died, and it's just sitting here. But look, we got a fish. Where's it at? Where'd it go? Oh, where'd that fish go? Well, we had one, but I lost it. But yeah, I love this place, man. I love coming here. Because again, just look at that. Just look at that view. Just look at it. You even got the bugs chilling out. Dragonflies over here. And there's another one right down here. They're chilling too. And then there's another one right here. There's that one, and then, oh, and this one right here. There we go. Yeah, they all over this chilling. So I'm here sitting on a rock now. I'm really just chilling, just posted, observing nature. It's a little bit loud, so I won't record much right here, but such a beautiful area, man. Such a beautiful area. Butterfly right here. Such a beautiful area, man. Beautiful place. But yeah, there's just a little spider on me right now. So maybe that's my cue to go back to the other area. Just want to chill out here for a little bit though. I wonder what kind of spider made this web right here. Man, that thing looks wild. No pun intended. Let's go back to the shade now. Really watch my step. Oh man, I just stepped on a sharp rock. Damn. Woo! Yep, stepped on another sharp one. Doesn't hurt, but the more I'm out here, the more I get used to it. Okay, we're making our way back. Ow. You know what's crazy though? Ow. Stepped on another one. So this water, this like a shoreline, used to be from here all the way here, and then it kind of went out there. But now it's all the way up here past that rock. We used to be able to sit on this rock and have our feet on dry land, but now you see where it's at. So I think somebody made a little bit more of a dam here. So it kind of just made the water pool up even more over here. So now let's go sit down. Feels nice. Still warm, but feels nice. Way cooler in the shade for sure. Oh dang, there's a bunch of ants right there. Like, let's see if I can zoom in on these. Look at all those ants right there. That's for sure. I'm definitely not trying to get bit by any of them, but we're gonna keep our distance. We're gonna keep our distance. No, I really want to stay here longer, but it's these bugs. It's a hot day, so there's more bugs out. At least there's more bugs that are coming to me, and it's getting pretty annoying now. I want to stay here out. I want to stay out here a lot longer, but I might be heading back in a little bit. So yeah, it's still pretty hot. Still, it's like really humid now. Because like all the heat is just like kind of settling. There was a breeze earlier, but now it's just like everything is just settled. So like there's a, man, they've been relentless all day. So I kind of understand why there weren't more people out here today, because the heat, one, but also two, of the bugs. So about to head back, about to get my shoes on, head back, and then probably gonna have some more thoughts to share in the car. But out here, I feel like I've done what I needed to do. Did some releasing, some meditation, and now I feel like I just need to get back and just get into a place where there's no bugs, so I can really drop in and really fully express myself fully. I give thanks as I say goodbye to this beautiful, beautiful place. The river, the tree, ground, all the trees, the bushes, the insects. Give thanks to it all the birds, everything. Give thanks as I head back with gratitude and love. Thank you. All right, and now we begin our journey back. We got about 15 to 20 minutes of walking if we go continuously, which I plan on doing. So it's not really a long walk, at least for me. It's not really a long walk for me. So just gonna head back. Hopefully the power's back on at home by now, but we'll see. Either way, just gonna continue to enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the fresh air, the sound of running water, and yeah, just enjoy the good energy that nature provides. Also, I do want to say, I came here with the intention of gaining more clarity within myself in order to know better figure out and better have a better sense for how to move forward with my next immediate steps, because I know my goal: get over to Thailand, get over to Bali, and slow travel. That's what I want to do. First, starting off, I want to establish a home base in Bali so that I always have a place to come back to, so that I'll just kind of be able to hop around the Southeast Asia region. So like take a flight out to Thailand, or maybe Bali first, but either one. Find a place in Thailand that I like, that really feels resonant with me. And then after that, be able to travel for 2 weeks at a time, a month at a time, you know, to Bali, to Singapore, to Da Nang, to Vietnam, to Seoul, to like just a bunch of different places in the Southeast Asia region that I want to visit. And then from there, I'd love to travel Europe after that. Spend like 6 months or something like that, traveling between different countries in Europe, staying a month or 2 months to, I thought somebody behind me, like a biker, but cause sometimes they be creeping up on you, you don't even realize they're behind you. But yeah, I want to spend at least like 6 months, if not longer, traveling around Europe, spending like a month or 2 months in different places. Like, I mean, first place on my list, you already heard me talk about it in previous vlogs, Ireland. I really, really want to, I don't even want to, I am going back to Ireland for sure. So that's like the first place on my list, even though it doesn't have to be the first place that I actually visit, but that's like top priority for me on my list of Europe. And then another place I want to go to, there's a little lizard. Where'd you go? There you are. They kind of scrub it off in the bush. But yeah, you're getting some sun. Well, it's not really sunny right here, but yeah, here just enjoying the vibes like I am. But Ireland and other places that are kind of like hidden gems, like places that you don't really hear about much, and places that you don't really think of when it comes to Europe. So places like Bulgaria, places like, I have a friend that I made when I was in Ireland who's from Slovenia. He was telling me it's beautiful out there and everything, like I should come visit and everything. So I want to go visit Slovenia, where Luka Doncic is from. Want to go visit there, see what it's like over there. Where else? I want to visit Belgrade. I want to visit, of course, Italy. I want to visit France some. I want to visit the UK a little bit. But I really want to explore the places that are more like hidden gems. Places that, you know, like I said, don't really come up to your mind first thing when you say Europe. So I want to find those different places out there and just explore them and see what's really out there. Not just what I see on the media of like touristy spots and everything. No, like I want to really document my life, and where I want to go with my life are these different places that are, we'll just say, less traveled. So there's a lot more different places like in South America I want to go to as well. But yeah, there's so many places I want to go to. So first on the list though, Southeast Asia, Thailand specifically, get a home base there, and then hop around Southeast Asia for a while, maybe like 5 or 6 months. And then if I have enough saved up, by that time, I'll be able to go to Europe. So we'll see how that happens. But first, I got to figure out the first, like the actual immediate next steps that are actually going to help me get there. So like I mentioned before, possibility of selling my car. So I might do it. I feel like I'm still awaiting more clarity. There's a lizard right there, but I'm still awaiting more clarity within myself, because all I need to know really is that I'll have a way to get around until I actually leave the US. Because again, like say if I sell my car in like 2 weeks, maybe a month from now, I'll still need a car for at least like 2 weeks or so, maybe a month or so, to actually get around, you know, to keep serving my clients and everything, taking care of myself, you know, going to the grocery store and everything. So just getting around. I need a car to get around, because if this was Europe, or if I was in an actual walkable city, I wouldn't even mind selling my car, because I could just take public transit, take the train, take the bus, whatever, just walk everywhere, whatever. But it's California, Southern California to be exact, and there's not really many walkable areas here, especially where I live. Like it's a lot of the suburbs. So the grocery store, or a few grocery stores, are like 5-6 minutes away from my house by car. But if you want to walk there, it's about 45 minutes. just because everything is so spread out. I mean, that's if you walk fast too, but I mean, I can get my run on and get there, but I don't want to walk up in there all sweaty and everything and have to run back for groceries. So, and like I said, I can get my bike fixed. That could be a thing, but then I still wouldn't be able to get to my clients in the next town over, because that is about 20 to 25 minutes by car. So by bike, and I'd have to travel the back roads too, which are more dangerous to travel by bike, because I'd be pedaling right beside big rigs. So like, let's say like this is the bike lane right here that I'm on. Let's say I'd be like this close to the cars that are traveling right there, 55, 60 miles an hour, sometimes faster, and big rigs that I'd be traveling there too. So I wouldn't really feel safe or comfortable doing that journey on a bike ride. Plus, it would take me probably at least about an hour to get out there by bike. So, I mean, if not more too. I haven't really timed it, but I just remember pedaling similar distances from where I used to live, my parents' house in Oxnard, to out to the beach. And that took me like an hour. Usually took me about an hour to get to the beach by bike. And so this is the distance from my house to where I train my clients is a little bit longer. It'd take me a little bit longer than that. So I don't think I'd be willing to do that every time I have a client out there, which is at least a few times a week, at least 3 or 4, sometimes 5, sometimes 6 times a week. So that'd be way too inconvenient for me, honestly. So I just need to figure out what I'm gonna do to get around. And then from there, I'll be able to make the sale and then get that money, buy my ticket and everything, and find a place out there and just get on going with it. But right now, only thing that's hanging me up is not knowing how I'm gonna get around after I sell my car. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Like I said, I don't really live in a area where public transit is that widely available. I have to really, really plan my schedule totally different if I wanted to take public transit. And that's something I could look into, but again, I hardly even see buses around here. Hardly ever see anything that resembles public transit unless I'm actually in the city, which I'm not really in the city like that. Close to it, but again, close by car, not really by walking. So it's an interesting scenario that I'm in, but I know there's a way forward. So again, that's why I came out here, to get clarity, to see my way forward. Unfortunately, it didn't really pan out like I wanted it to. It's my spot again down there. I love that spot. But yeah, it didn't really pan out like I wanted it to. And mainly just because the bugs. Flies kept landing on me everywhere, and mosquitoes and stuff. So it got to be pretty annoying. I was able to get some good meditation and everything, but not for very long, not for as long as I wanted to. So I'm gonna go back in the car right now. I actually think I got some bird poop on me, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wipe that off. But that kind of just shows how today's been going. Unexpected stuff that feels like it shouldn't happen, but hey, it's life. It's life. It happens. Things happen. So we're gonna figure out a way forward. But I'm going back to the car right now. Only got about like 5-minute walk remaining. So I'm getting kind of near the front. You see the cliff face and everything. So I'm getting kind of near the front a little bit. So we're gonna get back to the car in a little bit, and then I'm gonna keep going from there. Just came across this bee. I think it might be in distress. You okay, little buddy? Oh, he's got a stinger up. Not trying to get stung. I gotta flip you over though. There you go. I think it's in distress a little bit, so I don't really want to pick it up. But I've saved bees before. Let me see if I can get something like this stick right here. Let me help you off the path. There we go. Stay on, stay on, stay on. All right, let's go. Get you off the path, get you more safe. There we go. Well, I hope you recover. There you go. So I think your wings might be damaged. And whatever happened, I hope you're all right. And I always say this, but I just love the contrast. The sun setting against the cliffs. Now, that was pretty cool. After I just recorded that last clip, I was walking past somebody and came up to me, asked if I had a YouTube channel. Told him, yeah, I just started vlogging not too long ago. Told him the channel name and everything. And so, if you're watching this, Eddie, much love to you, man. Much love to you. Be having a good day, good hike, and maybe we'll bump into each other soon. So much love to you, though. Just getting back to the parking lot area, crossing the bridge. Always love walking over this bridge right here. So I'm gonna keep saying it. I will have a home right by running water. Whether it's a stream, a river, whatever the case is, it will be running water, natural water. I'm looking forward to that. Just getting back in the car, still says 91. That might be just because the car has been sitting here in the sun for a while, but it's still pretty hot though. It's definitely at least in the 80s for sure. So I'm guessing like 85, 86, something like that. But the sun will start setting in probably like about 2 hours from now. So actually a little bit less, maybe a little bit less than 2 hours, but it's gonna start cooling off pretty soon. But about to get home. I gotta stop by the store first, and then we'll get home, get some dinner going, and then I'm gonna continue meditating, figuring out my next moves, and just planning, strategizing, listening to God, listening to Source. So, you know, we're gonna get things going. We're gonna get this going. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna see with clarity, and we're gonna take the steps forward. What up, little buddy? Bird watching is pretty fun. It's pretty cool. I just love seeing what they do. But the motives are, this one looks like he's hunting right now. You may not know, but there's a bunch of bugs down by the river. So if you want to eat those, you can fly down there pretty quick. We're heading back now. Temperature says 81, so drop down some. And I know in the future, my family's gonna be watching these vlogs, so whenever they see 81 on mom's side, it reminds them of my Uncle Eric, who passed away before I was born, so I never got a chance to meet him. But he wore number 81 in high school when he played football. He was a very, very loved member of the community. And yeah, every time I see 81, I think of him too. I've seen pictures and videos of him when, you know, he was still here. But I would have loved to meet him, man. He seems so cool. But back home, got the sunroof open. Nice view of the sky. We was driving and vibing on the way home. So about to shower and then head back out to go to the store, run some more errands and stuff, and then get back home, make dinner. And then I'm gonna try to squeeze in some time to edit. And then either before or after, meditate and gain some more clarity. So still got pretty jam-packed day ahead of us, but we're gonna get on to it. And I was checking my other phone right now. It says the Wi-Fi is back on, so that means the power is back on. So thank God for that. I'm glad the power is back on. At least I can turn the fan on. It's still hot. I know it's gonna feel like a sauna in my room, but at least I got the little fan going. So we're gonna get on with it and let's get to it. So I'm back home, back inside. Let my other phone charge up, and then while I hop in the shower, this phone is gonna charge up because they're both running low. But in the meantime, I'm watching a little bit of Life of Tom. I'm watching it as someone who enjoys his content, but also studying him. I'm studying him. So I'm learning a lot from his vlog style, and how he's able to really immerse the viewer into his experience, into his life. So that's something that I'm working on doing for myself as well, because with my channel, I want you guys feeling like you're coming along the journey right here, right beside me, like you ride shotgun right here with me. So I'm studying, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm perfecting my craft, I'm mastering my craft, and that's what my life is about, mastery. So we're gonna do that. Phone's getting charged up, and then this phone will get charged up, hop in the shower, and then we'll head out, get to the store, and then get back here, make some dinner, and then call it a night from there. But I know there's still a lot more to go on, so gonna try to get home early enough to make dinner early enough to go to sleep early enough, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Right, just getting back from the store, got some groceries, got some more water. I'm about to get on dinner because it's about 8:30 right now. So I set my alarm for 8:30 every night. So there we go. So I put the patch on 12 hours, 8:30 p.m. to 8:30 a.m. and then take it off from 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. It's off, and then you get the deal. You get the deal. So about to put this on, about to get on dinner, and then just have a good rest of the night. Man, I wish this house had AC, bro. I'm sweating in here, even with the fan going at full speed. Of course, it's not the biggest fan, but it's still like 78 outside, something like that. So in here, it's about at least 5 to 10 degrees hotter. So it feels like it's still about 80, 85 in this room right now. And man, I'm tired of this. I know in Thailand it's gonna be hot too, but at the very least, inside the building, inside the unit, wherever I'm living, it will have AC. So that's gonna be infinitely better than what I got right now. So I'm really looking forward to that. But also, I wanted to say real quick, I showed 222 on the dashboard in my car as I was getting home. I want to say, just dive into some numerology a little bit. This year is a 9 year, meaning that if you add up all the numbers of 2025, it adds up equals a 9. So 2 plus 2 plus 5, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9. And so the last 9 year, I was seeing 222 a lot. That was when I was really stepping into my spiritual nature. I was really stepping into myself and fully understanding and knowing who I am as a person. Because I had a pretty good decent sense of who I was before then. But in 2016, that was the last 9 year. In 2016, that was when I graduated from Moorpark College, some JUCO that I went to. And that year, man, I had a really, really great year. Minus actually being in school, but basketball-wise, we won the conference championship, brought the team to the playoffs for the first time in the 10 years for the program's history or something like that. And then, I had a pretty good, I think I was honorable mention for all team, all conference or whatever it's called. And I had a pretty good season overall. And then after that, met some really great friends, reconnected with a great friend from high school. Actually, no, that was before that, but that's when after I graduated, that's when that summer is when I really started hanging out with them. I met a dope friend who used to be my sister, my soul sister, and she was in Whittier. And then had my soul brother, he was out here in Oxnard. And that was when I first started getting into making music. That's when I first got introduced to how to make beats, how to make instrumentals. And I was writing and everything, and I was having fun. I was going to shows, going to concerts, saw The Far Side. I think I saw KRS-One either that year or the year after that. Who else? I saw Joey Badass. I went to Steve's Day. Man, Steve's Day was dope that year. That was the only year they had it in LA, 2016. Because for whatever reason, they couldn't have it in New York that year. And man, man, that was a show, man. That was one of my all-time favorite shows that I've been to, man. Because it was so many of my favorite artists at the time. You had the Underachievers there. You had, of course, almost a whole Pro Era crew there, minus, of course, Capital Steez. And I think like minus like Desi Hines, and I think Nick Caution was there, Kirk Knight was there. So most of the pro era was there. Even Dirty Sanchez popped up there. He had dope, I think 2 or 3 songs that he performed. Man, like, man. And then you had Smoke DZA up there. Ab Soul made a special guest appearance. That was right before he dropped Do Without Wilt. Who else? Rari was there. Man, Rari is so dope. And then ASAP Mob was there. That was cool. I wasn't really into him at the time. Still not really heavy into him. I do like ASAP Ferg though. He's pretty dope. And then who else was there, man? There is so many dope artists that performed there, man. I gotta find some old videos because I know I still have them. I think they're in my Dropbox, but man, I gotta find some old videos at the time. But 2016, man, that was such a dope year. That was the year that I got my, was that? Yeah, that was the year that I got my first car. So I was going everywhere, man. I had a Ford Fusion. I was going everywhere. It's brand new because of student discount. And we also had a family discount, even though we weren't really family. We were just cool with the owner of the dealership. And, you hooked us up with a little family discount. So student discount, family discount, got it for a little bit cheaper than what a usual brand new one would cost. And man, I whipped that thing so much, man. Road trips, drove that thing cross country to Atlanta. When I was dating my first girlfriend, she lived up north, so I was busting missions at going up north, up Northern California, about 5.5, 6 hours away. Man, that 2016 was a great year. I didn't start dating her in 2016, but that was when I got my first car, and that led to me being able to, go up and see her and everything years later when we started dating. And man, 2016 was a dope year. Dope year. And then 2017 was great as well. And then I feel like wrapping this back up, 222, I was seeing 222 so much in 2016 and 2017. And if you know numerology, you know that 9 years are years of completion, like completing cycles, but also new beginnings. Because if you think about it, the number 9, what it represents is the number scale. It goes, if you're going to be technical, 0 through 9, but it's 1 through 9. And then everything after that is just repeated numbers stacking on top of each other, right? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 10 is basically 1 again, but to a higher octave. And then 11, that's 2 ones, but also equals 2, and keeps going like that. So this is numerology right here. I'm no expert or nothing. I haven't read a full book on it, but I've done a lot of research into it. That book, from what I've read, it helped me decode a whole lot of my life, my name, my birth, my life path number, my destiny number, soul urge number. There's so much more. But back again, 2016 was that was the last 9 year. This is a 9 year. I haven't been seeing 222 as much, but it's been pretty prevalent. And so I feel like the cycle that I began in 2016 and 2017, because 2017, that was a 1 year. And so again, that was the beginning of a new cycle. And then bringing it back to the original, first bringing it back to the thought that I just had, finishing that out, number 9, think about number 9, what it represents. 1 through 9, 9 is the last number in the cycle, and then begins again with 1. Also, childbirth. When a woman is having a baby, she stays pregnant for how long? 9 months. Most times 9 months, sometimes a little bit early, sometimes a little bit later, but, standard 9 months. That's when the baby is it's fully developed, it's ready to come out. So that cycle is complete, and then it's birthed into this reality. That's a brand new cycle right there. So that's why the number 9 represents completion, but also like the birth of a new cycle as well. So going through this year, 2025, seeing 222 for me is a very good sign that I'm flowing in the right direction. Because if you add up 222, that's number 6, of course. And number 6, that's also kind of like you have 3, 6, 9. It's kind of like 3 is the first cycle, 6 is the second cycle, and 9 is the last cycle in the whole cycle, and the whole thing. So I'm not gonna go too much deeper into it. But again, this is how my mind works. This is me. This is my authentic self. So I break down the numbers like this all the time for what they mean to me. Sometimes I'll look into, like, I'll look them up online and everything, but I like to really get to the root of what the numbers are and then break them down to how it makes sense to me, because the numbers show up, they call them angel numbers. They show up for you in a specific way for a reason. You know, for somebody else, 222 may mean something totally different. So that's why I break it down for me, and that's why I encourage all you to break it down for yourself as well. Whether that is looking them up online, if that resonates with you, or if it's just breaking them down, you know, you understand the numbers at a base frequency, and then you break them down like that. So again, I'm not going to go too deep into it right now. For me, that wasn't really that deep, but for some, hey, it may be really deep. But that is, again, I encourage you to study it, look into it, see how the numbers break down. Because if you think like astrology is, you know, a scam or whatever, you think astrology is a hoax, like whatever it is, usually people who don't believe in astrology, who don't know astrology, they usually are very factual. They're very logic based in this reality. And it's funny because if you bring up numerology to them, I'm curious as to how they'd respond, because numerology is literally just all numbers. It's all about how numbers impact our lives in every single aspect. So you could be, you know, like a stats person, a physics person, whatever. The numbers are still always there. So study it, look into it, open your mind, open your heart, and see for yourself. But with that being said, I'm gonna go in the kitchen, make some dinner, and then after that, we're gonna close the vlog out.
If you're not using this.
All right, so I was just about to go to sleep, finish dinner, brush my teeth and everything. It's about to go to sleep, but then I realized, oh wait, I didn't finish out the vlog. So here I am right now, about to finish out the vlog. So just kind of recapping today, it was kind of an odd day. Like the energy felt off today, and it wasn't even just the heat. I spoke to one of my best friends, Sarah, and she was saying the energy felt pretty off today too. As in, like, just things just felt like just off, kind of odd, like just one of those feelings where you can't really put your finger on it, and you know something's up, but you don't know what it is. So that's kind of how it felt like today. And you know, it was hot today. Woke up at the sauna here in my room, and then I went into the other room that's cooler because it's away from the sun. It's not, you know, in direct sunlight until a certain hour of the day. So I went in there for a little while. Then I realized, dang, wait, the power is off. And I was going to charge my phones up and everything, so couldn't do that. And so it was hot in that room now at that time, because the sun, you know, kept shifting and everything. So it was basically hot all throughout the house. And it's hotter actually inside this room than it is outside. So I always, where I'll reference it being, you know, 10 degrees hotter, at least 5 degrees hotter than outside. It's because of all these windows and the concrete floors. Concrete holds a lot of heat, holds a lot of cold. So when it's hot, it is hot. When it's cold, it is cold. So that's just another reason why I got to get out of this room, man, because I'm not dealing with this stuff no more. But it's also the reason why I went to Santa Rosa Valley today, because I wanted to escape the heat. I did, went by the water, went in the water, it was great, but the bugs were pretty annoying, so that's the only downside really. But other than that, it was a nice little escape from being here today. And then just came back, kind of, you know, ran some errands, showered, ran some errands, and made dinner, and then here we are now. So today was just, like I said, kind of odd. It was a kind of an off day. It felt like energetically it was just something was off, and I didn't really know what it was. And I spoke to my friend, my best friend Sarah, earlier today. She said the same thing. Like the energy just felt off today. Some like, I feel like something weird is going on. I don't even really know what it is, but it just felt like something weird is going on. Can't really put my finger on it. Don't really know what it is, but it felt, yeah, we've both felt it. So we're both in different parts of California. So yeah, it's not just me, it's not just here. So yeah, there's something going on. But for finishing out this vlog, still getting clarity on what to do. Like I said, I know almost for certain that I'm gonna be selling my car. I just don't know exactly how I'm gonna go about it. Because like I said earlier, I'm gonna need some way of transporting myself around. I'm gonna need some way to get around town and everything. So I don't know quite what to do yet. I could ask my uncle to use his. He has a car that he doesn't really use that much anymore because he got a new truck. So I could ask him to use that. And yeah, I know he's mentioned before about possibly selling that to me, but I don't know. It's one of those things where I feel like if I ask, then something good will come of it. So I might just ask and we'll see where it goes. But I feel like that's kind of like the space that I'm in right now. There's no real need to like plan and strategize and try to figure out my next step. It's just about taking action, just taking that next step and just moving forward in faith. Of course, not just recklessly, doing it responsibly, like what I'm doing now, which is sitting with myself, meditating on different options, different possibilities. And yeah, I'm assessing what ways could be best, but at the same time, I can't just sit in that analyzation phase. I need to actually just observe, see, and then do. Observe, and then choose which way is best, and then just go. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I might just ask my uncle, and he's been helping me out some too. I'm not technically working for him, but I'm kind of working for him, and just doing just different things that he needs to be done, that other people, like he would have to hire other people and stuff. He's basically just hiring me for different, not really odd jobs, but just different jobs. There's a time where I think it was actually my very first vlog. I was picking him up to take his cars, both of his cars that he has, his truck and his sedan, into the shop. So he didn't have a car for like a day or two, and so basically I was his transportation getting to the car shop, picking his truck up, and dropping it off and everything, all that stuff. So paid me for that. Basically paid me to be his Uber driver. And then just yesterday, I was over at my grandparents' house where he's basically taken over as not like his house, but like he's basically taken over as the owner of that house, because my grandfather passed away and my grandmother is getting up in age. So he's there helping out and everything. And it's a setup that he has, not like in a bad way, but like he's taken over like the patriarch of the family, and at least my mom's side of the family. And so he's doing great. He's doing wonderful, and he's getting into real estate, getting ready to become a agent, I believe it is, real estate agent. And he needs some professional photos. So my name got brought up, and so basically he's paying me to not only take the photos, but also just get acquainted with the camera and everything. And he's also we're also kind of like learning how to fly the drone that he has. So it's like I'm learning different skills through what he needs me to do, and he's also helping me out financially for it. So it's like he's looking out for me because, one, I'm his nephew, but also two, because he knows that it's going to help me in the long run as well. So I'm very, very, very grateful for him and all that he's been doing. I really can't wait to pay him back tenfold, because man, like I was just talking to Majestic about this. I have a huge heart, and literally every single person that's ever helped me throughout my life, I want to pay them back tenfold. Whether it's my parents, a friend. Like I still remember when I was down really, really bad one time, and I was like basically desperate. And there's a few friends that actually sent me some money, and I remember who they were. I remember who they are, and how much money they sent. And like in my mind, I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna send them tenfold back just as a surprise one day. Even if they're not really expecting anything in return, I'm gonna send it back. When I got it, I'm gonna send it back to them. So yeah, that's just the way that my heart is. That's the way that my mind is. Like I don't forget who helps me, and I really take it to heart. I really take it at such a deep level, pause, that I want to really, I want to pay him back in such a way that is just like above and beyond any kind of expectations, any kind of belief, just because I know what it feels like to be at the bottom. I know what it is to be at the bottom, and to have someone reach out and help while you're at the bottom, helping you get back on your feet, it plays into my soul's purpose as well, because I know how important it is that I do what I came here to do. And so whenever I receive help, just like how I was so grateful for Majestic sending me the packages, the gimbal, I was expressing this to her too, because I'm so grateful knowing that I have help along my soul's purpose, and knowing that my purpose is not only just to impact, a small group of people, a small area. My purpose, me fulfilling my purpose, is going to help so many different people across the globe, both directly and indirectly. So it's like, they're like, by them having a good heart and a big heart helping me, it's helping me help so much more people. And by me helping so much more people, I'm able to accumulate more wealth, more resources, that I'm able to help even more people, and of course pay back tenfold who I want to pay back, everyone who's helped me. So in my mind, it's just like that. That's just how it is. That's just how, like, that's just hardwired in my DNA, hardwired in my heart, my soul, my spirit, everything. Like, I want to help who's helped me. I really do. And being at that, I'm in a state where I'm climbing up the financial ladder. I'll just put it like that. I'm climbing up the financial ladder. I'm still being smart with my money, smart with my investments and everything, because as soon as I get the money, I'm not going to give it right back to them. No, I'm going to build it first, grow it first. And then when I have enough to keep sustaining and growing what I've built, then I'm going to take some of that, which will be a small portion, but at that time, it's going to be so much of a bigger amount than what they've paid me, that it's going to be a significant blessing to them, but also it's not really going to be a strain on me at all. It's going to be just part of the course, part of the journey. So that's what I want. I'm going to end it off on that. And tomorrow, I'm going to set the intention to remember, but I had a dream very recently. It was about 2 nights ago now. It felt very important. It felt very interesting and intriguing, and I would like to share it with you guys, assuming that it does feel right to share in the moment. But I think that's how I'm going to open up tomorrow's vlog. So with that, I'm going to send it out. Much love to everyone. Whether you're on your path or you're not, just trust that you're still going in the right direction, as long as you're in alignment with your heart and your spirit. So get in tune with yourself, love yourself, know yourself, be yourself. Much love. Stay here, stay tuned. I got a whole lot more coming soon. Much love.